our fellowship assembly for February 26th. And we have a very informative presentation that Elly is going to be doing with her team. So I'm just going to turn it right over to Elly and go right ahead, Elly.
Okay, well, thank you. You should be, I had it already on share this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, some of you already know, are familiar with Lakeside Daybreak Dementia Support and the work we've been doing to support people living with cognitive decline and those who care for them. Several of initiatives were inspired by my home country, Holland, where innovative and compassionate approaches to dementia care are more established. For many years, I carried this dream, a dream of creating a memory community right here at Lake Chapala, a place where people living with dementia could remain part of an inclusive community where they are seen, valued, and engaged through meaningful daily life. I shared this dream with my friend Joan. I don't see her anymore.
There I am.
Okay, yeah, because there's only so many people I can see on here. Joan is also a caregiver, but I often thought this may just remain a dream, nothing more. And that changed the day a third caregiver friend shared her vision with me, and this was early December. And suddenly, what lived quietly inside me gained new energy and direction. My dream, Anne's dream, and now a shared vision. 3 women, each caring for a spouse with dementia, coming together to build something truly special. Today, we will share the why, how, and the who behind this project. We already have a growing volunteer group that are anxious to get started, including very committed community members. And it's our sincere hope that the Rotary E-Club of Canada 1 considers partnering with us, allowing us to apply for a global grant. We have already secured a local Rotary collaboration, and we have some experts in grant writing, and we have international interest from the Rotary Club of Calgary West, from my fellow district governor, past district governor, Stephen Ricard. And with that, we should be able to make it possible. And we believe that this project deserves broad community support, international support.
Elly, can I just suggest that you click your screen because we can see all the slides, not the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I did that, but it won't go. Let me try this again. Stop share and share again, because I have it showing, but it's not. Here it is. I clicked in the wrong one.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, where are we? The word neighborhood matters. It creates a familiar, non-institutional environment, one that encourages connection, dignity, and daily purpose. Our vision is to establish this as a non-profit, community-supported project. Around the world, memory villages and neighborhoods have shown remarkable success, particularly in Europe and a few in Canada and the United States. And I will be visiting the one in Holland in June. Activities will be guided by qualified staff and trained volunteers. There will be education and emotional support for caregivers and their families, a safe, engaging, and welcoming environment, no rigid visiting hours for friends and family. Choice matters. Even small decisions. No, page 4 is missing. That's not nice. Yes. There will be strong focus on brain healthy nutrition, using natural foods with reduced sugar and carbs, reduced reliance on medication with an emphasis on holistic and natural approaches. We know through research and experience that a healthier lifestyle can slow the progression of dementia and significantly improves quality of life. As you view the next images, you see a facility we are considering. We have our eye on a property, and these pictures are actually edited to give you a better idea. They are real images. So this is what it could look like. Our goal is a home-like environment, not an institution. Warm, familiar spaces that reduce anxiety and help people feel safe and oriented. Montessori care focuses on meaningful activities, gardening, cooking, or simple daily tasks which restore purpose, identity, and independence. Nature is very therapeutic. Gardens often offer movement, calm, and connection, supporting both physical and emotional well-being. Choice matters. Even small decisions preserve dignity and autonomy. And dignity changes everything. This is a neighborhood, not installation. Connection reduces loneliness and supports emotional health. We envision trained volunteers and community partners like Rotary actively supporting daily life and engagement. And instead of managing behaviors with medication, we address unmet needs, often reducing distress naturally. This vision supports caregivers as well through education, connection, and emotional support. These images represent possibility, a compassionate, community-supported, nonprofit model built together. Now, as several of you know, in 2017, my husband Ramiro was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. We had seen it coming a long time, but we had no idea what was going on. And while spending time here at Lakeside community, I realized how many families, both locals and expats, are quietly facing the same struggles, often without adequate support or meaningful options. This project grew out of that experience and a simple belief. People with dementia still have value, still have abilities, and still deserve a life of meaning. And families deserve guidance, community, and respite along the way.
Hello, my name is Anne. I'd like to briefly share why this project matters so deeply to me. I am a registered nurse and hospital administrator for a nonprofit hospital. So dementia has been part of my professional life for many years, but it became personal when my husband, Mark, was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia about 3 years ago. As we know, dementia doesn't just affect the individual. It reshapes entire families. I've experienced the uncertainty, grief, and the challenge of finding care that preserves dignity, purpose, and human connection, not just safety. While spending time in the Lakeside community, I realized how many families, both locals and expats, are quietly facing the same struggles, often without adequate support or meaningful option. This project grew out of that experience and a simple belief. People living with dementia still have value, still have abilities, and still deserves a life of meaning. And families deserve guidance, communities, and respite along the way. Why are we here today? We are here today for 3 simple reasons. First, to explain why dementia is becoming a critical issue in our region. Second, to share the practical, compassionate solution. And third, to invite Rotary to be a partner in building something lasting for both expats and local families, not just for the present times, but for generations to come. Dementia is not a rare condition, as we know. It's one of the fastest growing health challenges worldwide. Here at Lakeside, we have 2 aging populations at once, longtime Mexican residents and a large expat community aging in place. Most families are so unprepared, emotionally, financially, and logistically. What are families facing today? Family often try to manage alone until there's a crisis. Caregivers become exhausted. Loved ones become isolated. And decisions are made under pressure, not planning. We hear this story again and again. While there are care facilities and individuals here, there are clear gaps. There is no dedicated, non-profit, community-based dementia program that support both the person living with dementia and their family, especially during the early and middle stages of the disease. Additionally, there are institutional facilities with limited engagement. Our mission is to create a nonprofit Montessori's-inspired dementia neighborhood in Lakeside that support people living with dementia to live with dignity, purpose, and connection through ability-focused care and strong family and community partnerships. This means our mission is to create a nonprofit dementia neighborhood where people live with dignity, purpose, and connection, supported by family and community. Our vision is a Lakeside nonprofit neighborhood where people living with dementia experience dignity, belonging, and quality of life through compassion, culturally attuned care, and meaningful support for family and care partners. This means our vision is a Lakeside community where dementia is met with compassion, education, and shared responsibility. This feels aligned with the value of this community. Why does this matter to us personally? This project isn't theoretical for us. We've lived it. As professionals, as caregivers, and community members, we understand the emotional, physical, and financial tolls dementia takes, and we know it can be done better. Where are we now? We are early still, but
Now what?
intentionally so. We are building this carefully, transparently, and with strong governance from the start. So at this point, you have heard why this project exists, the realities families are facing here at Lakeside, and where we are right now. We are in establishing the Lakeside Memory Neighborhood. What we have shared today isn't just a vision, it's something that's really taking shape step by step with community at the center of it. And that brings us to the most important part of today's conversation, how this community and Rotary Club can be part of making this real. Joan is going to walk us through the way you can get involved, whether through support, partnership, or volunteering your time and talent. Jones.
Hi. Before I begin, I would like to tell you why this really matters to me. My grandmother, my mother, and my mother-in-law all had dementia. And now my husband, of 54 years, has Alzheimer's. The support groups here have been very helpful, and yet I know how difficult it is to find excellent care and how many caregivers feel alone and helpless. While I have looked at many care homes, none have the vision of what we intend to create in the Lake Chapala area. So how can Rotary help? At this stage, we're not just asking for donations. We're inviting partnership. Rotary's values of service, integrity, and lasting community impact align beautifully with what we're building. Early Rotary support helps us do two important things. First, it helps us build credibility as we move forward. And second, it positions us to unlock future grants and long-term sustainability. Whether that support comes through financial contributions, professional guidance, or volunteer involvement, Rotary has the ability to help shape this project from the very beginning. This is an opportunity to be part of something that will serve families at Lakeside for many years to come. It could be your family. So today, our ask is simple but meaningful. We are asking you to consider how the Rotary E-Club of Canada 1 might want to be involved through donations, connections, expertise, or volunteer support. We are very fortunate to already have 2 volunteers from RECCO. Judy Brown has helped us with research, and Doug Dyer will be assisting us with musical entertainment. With your help, the Lakeside Memory Neighborhood can become a model of compassionate, inclusive dementia care for this region, one that reflects the heart and values of this community. We truly believe this project is bigger than any one person or group. It will take a community, and Rotary can play a key part in making it real. Thank you. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for the work you already do in service to your community. And thank you for listening with open hearts and open minds as we share this vision with you. We are deeply grateful for your consideration and your presence here today. We would now be happy to take any questions you may have, and if questions come up later, please feel free to reach out to any of us. We'd love to continue the conversation. Thank you for your time and participation.
Are there any questions or comments?
So how many people would it house eventually? Like, what's the vision?
We're looking at 8 to 10 bedrooms, each with their own private bath, probably 10.
And then eventually growing more pods, or? Like
I'm
it's
sorry.
so it's the long term having multiple ones of these facilities or just the one off?
That all depends on the situation, the location where we're at, the property that we're looking at right now. It could be possible that maybe if the universe is gentle to us, that properties next door become available, because I know that they're very, there's always property on sale. But there's also space on the property itself that we have in mind where we could expand. It will also be a drop-in center. It will not just be a residence, and it's not clinical, it's like a home. And the property that we have looked at is like a real home, and it will be, yeah, full with energy and not the clinical type style that we have seen around everywhere. And of course, the cost will be significantly less than what it would be in Canada or the United States.
Yeah.
That's why so many people from up north come down here to to bring their family, their loved ones. It's one of the reasons that we moved here, because we saw it coming and we were in Manzanillo, and that's not a place to spend full time. So we came here. Yeah.
Do you recruit staff from, Elly, and how many staff do you reckon you're going to need for the facility?
We're probably looking at 6 different type of staff members. There's local staff very much available. We will be training them for the Montessori approach, because most of the care homes here, the staff are basically nurses. But like Ramiro, he doesn't need a nurse. He just needs somebody that understands dementia. And we'll be training those people. I'm currently taking the Montessori training myself online, and it's amazing. And we'll have a cook. We'll have, we anticipate to have for every 3 residents, we would have a caregiver or a care partner. And we will also bring in volunteers to work with the people, with the residents, to do activities that they enjoy. This morning I was thinking, maybe, like with Project Amigo, you can sponsor a student. Maybe volunteers would like to sponsor a resident, because, there's many people, families that's still working, and their parents develop dementia and they bring them here. They have no family here, and the family may come every now and then. Like Anne is an example. Her husband is in full-time care. She's still working, but he's here. So he doesn't have anybody. So there's lots of possibilities, lots of opportunities. Yeah.
And are you right at the beginning of your fundraising drive now, or have you already received any funds from anybody?
Yes, we today will be handed a $25,000 US check, and we have secured probably 8% of our goal. We have developed a little booklet. We'll be doing a variety of fundraisers, like private cocktail parties, like third party house parties and things like that. And we'll be meeting in another 2 weeks somebody from Texas. It seems to have a lot of dollar bills in his bank. And we hope that they will support us as well. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity to allow us to share our story, and to see so many of my friends here.
And we really appreciate your listening to us, and we're very grateful for any support that you may be willing to give in any form.
Well, I can say I've been there and witnessed firsthand what goes on at Lakeside. It's a very happening spot, and I'm sure Judy can attest to the same, and Doug as well. He's been around there a bit.
Yeah, he lives here now. He couldn't make it this morning. He had something else going on, but and Elly, Elly, anybody that knows Elly, when she gets her mind on something, she makes it happen. You know, when Ramiro was diagnosed and became worse and worse with his dementia, Elly went and did all the research that she could do and took an online course about dealing with dementia. She's been all over the Lakeside area here speaking with different groups. She set up a sort of a drop-in information, I don't know what you call it, Elly, where at the lake, at the Lake Chapala Society, which is where a lot of the expats go and hang out. And she has set up, I don't know if it's a weekly thing or how that works, Elly. Maybe you can.
Yeah, we have a variety of support groups. We also started a support group for people with dementia who are still like more early onset dementia, and they're supporting each other. And there's also a group for, because the group at LCS is not the one I started, but we have probably about 30 members there. And on Monday, but they only invite spouses. And every time I'm there, people started to get to know about the work we're doing. And they would say, there would be a sibling or something. My sister had dementia, can I come? And they wouldn't come. They weren't allowed to come in because we're dealing with different things. Emotions are different. So we started another group in this area where siblings or even neighbors that are taking care every now and then to give some respite care for for the caregivers, they need to know what's going on and what to do and how to handle it. So yeah, it's a big thing and it keeps me pretty busy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Elly has also set up arrangements with a few of the local restaurants where they will have a quiet place in the restaurant that is just geared for families to come with their dementia, relatives.
We're going today with two other couples, the six of us. And the staff has been trained, not to take things personally when the person would say something strange. And they talk slowly, simple words. And the restaurant has developed some special menu for us, more like finger food, because Ramiro would eat his salad with his fingers, even his guacamole. Yeah. And then we have a poetry program going on the way. And Doug is part of a music program that will come to the home. So eventually, once we have this home established, that will all take place over there.
Yeah.
Elly, you mentioned about going to Holland and seeing a place. There was a program on the CBC about a year ago about a home in Holland that, it was just a bit like what you're showing there. Is that where you've modeled it off?
Yeah, the most famous one in the world is very sophisticated. Mexico is not sophisticated, but it will be totally different than any kind of care home. It will be like a home, and with just like it be at home. And they're residents, they're not patients, and people come and go, and they can take part of activities. And we will have like a little coffee shop, and we plan on giving the residents fake money where they can go and get themselves a cup of coffee. That's all about independence. We will have a little raised flower beds where they can grow herbs or different things, and they can make, maybe if there's strawberries growing, they can make jam together with the volunteers. and we can put that gem on the shelves in the little store, and they can buy that with their fake money. So it's like real life. And you know, you see the care homes here. Okay, today we're gonna paint little pictures. Well, not everybody wants to pay a picture. So they can do whatever they want. If they hear music in the home, it's huge. It's like very spread out on two big lots. And if they have music, they may want to go there. They can wander around and maybe be and doing some gardening or whatever they like to do.
So
It's all
Elly,
focused on, sorry.
yeah, I was just thinking, do you have, and I suppose it'd be how many partners you get and finances and that. Do you have a target date that you would really, or is it kind of depends on what support you get? Do you have any target date that you're thinking?
We're hoping January 1st next year, but
Okay.
we have some fundraisers coming up, and we have some of the cocktail parties, and there will be a challenge for every $1,000 US, it will be matched. So once we see kind of the pattern of the money coming in, we have a better idea, because we wanted to make an offer. We did make an offer, but it was declined because it was a very low ball offer. And they would like us to make another offer. They're interested, but we thought we'll just hold off until we know where we are financially. And once we have some security, some pledges, we have a little donor booklet that is available online as well. If anybody's interested in seeing that, I can share that with you. So we have, thanks to Anne, who is a hospital administrator in a nonprofit hospital, who has a lot of experience, and our combined knowledge and efforts, my experience with Project Amigo and fundraising, and Joan's volunteer coordinator, and all her talents, we make a great team. So we're going to make this happen.
I encourage you to. I'm thinking district level, and I know that maybe the tables and stuff like that at the Whitehorse conference is probably filled up in that. But I encourage you to maybe have an article in the Connections magazine for the rest of
Judy
the
has
people.
already. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yep, go ahead. Yeah.
Judy, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Oh, Judy has already approached the incoming governor to see if I could speak at next year's conference.
Yep.
And I've spoken with Daryl and Edith, who will have the Project Amigo booth, if they would be willing to have some of our material there as well. But an article in the district newsletter, I think, would be great.
Yeah.
And presentations at any clubs. And once we have a global grant number, we would encourage all the clubs that have invited us for presentation to consider doing a district grant with us.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And that's, again, with Project Amigo, it's very fortunate to have that experience, and of course my Rotary experience. That all helps us a lot. So, and even long distance, because Anne is in the United States and she's been doing a lot of the administrative work. And if anybody would like to participate, especially anybody that is familiar with Google Drive, we could use some help, because I'm doing now 12, 14 hours on the computer, which is not good.
So what's the total amount that you're looking to
We're
collect?
probably looking at a total of maybe 2.5 million US. Yeah. But
And
we've
is-
also planned a variety of programs throughout the year to sustain the program, such as parties and events and workshops for people. So that will bring in money.
Right. So is that just your initial investment? Then you would be generating enough income once it's up and running to cover the cost? Is that the
Yeah.
idea?
Yes.
Yeah, the residents, of course, will have to pay a monthly fee.
Right.
And
Yeah.
for the day program, there will be a cost. We are considering like a membership, an annual membership, so
Right.
that we get some money ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Joan wanted to comment on something too.
I think it's my dog who wants to
Oh,
comment.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no other questions? So, hey, thank you, Elly and Joan and Anne, for doing that lovely presentation. And I'm sure we'll all be talking about how we can help.
And we'll
Thank
keep
you
you
so much.
informed. We'll keep you up to date. I think Judy already is on our newsletter, and I think Tammy may also be already. So if you want to sign up for a newsletter, just send me a message and we'll
We can
include
put
you
that
the
as a link.
In the bulletin. Yeah.
information. Sure.
Great. And
Great.
thank you for all that you're doing to make the world a
you
better
all.
place, Elly.
That's my salvation.
Mhm.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay. So do we have anything else on the agenda for this morning?
No, I don't believe so. Kim's shaking her head. What we did last month, and we thought we'd do this 2 or 3 months in a row, is to share memories from one of your favorite memories from Rotary. Well, the people have been in clubs all over the place. So if there's anybody who'd like to talk about a Rotary experience that's dear to them, we'd be happy to hear it.
Well, I talked about that the last fellowship assembly, but I just wanted to wish Kitty a happy birthday.
Oh,
Yes,
happy
yes, Kitty.
birthday,
Kitty's
Kitty.
birthday is today, I understand.
Oh,
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
thank you.
you have to sing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Happy
I'm between.
birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
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 you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Kitty.
Kitty.
Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
I think we need to
In a
practice.
pinch to grow an inch.
I'm between two significant birthdays, and I won't tell you which they are or how close I am.
Yeah.
We should have stopped recording for this.
Would that be 16?
Yes.
Would one of them be 16 and the other one 90? Is that the idea?
That's about right.